and Candice met a few years ago on the Independents. She was so nice and so helpful just throughout that match, and we bonded over so many things. She became more than friends. We're family. When Candice and I got to NXT together, we got to go on road loops together and house shows and tag together and be on TV together. Having that with Candice meant more to me than anything else in this business. I guess a lot can happen in 6 months. When Johnny started getting the Gargano away, you could see the spark in Candice's eye just get a little bit darker. The Candice in the Gargano way, it's not the same Candice that took me to my surgery. It's not the same Candice I introduced to my nephews who mean the world to me. That's not the Candice LeRae I know. When Candice said that if Tegan doesn't want to go and do things the Gargano way, she might as well at least stay out of my way. It did hurt me quite a bit because she's my sister. I'm trying to see the best in Candice still, but I'm struggling right now. I'm not ready to exist in that world where Tegan Nox and Candice LeRae aren't friends. I hope me and Candice are going to sit down and hash this out over a glass of wine. I'm willing to do whatever it takes. We're sisters at the end of the day. Sisters fight and they reconcile. I'll do whatever it takes. I need to fix this between Candice and myself.
Of course, Nox struggling with the current state of her friendship with LeRae. Maybe there's still hope that they could work this out.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Riverside, California, Candice LeRae.
And Beth, just to follow up on that point, I mean, you've had issues with friends or foes, Natalia, Mickie James. I mean, what advice would you give to Candice LeRae?
You know, it's simple, Vic. You know, sisters fight. I can only hope that, like the experiences I had in my life, in time they realize there's just some things like a best friend that are irreplaceable. I really hope for their sake that they can work this out.
Well, Candice LeRae set for singles action and still to come here on NXT Super Tuesday. The four-way 60-minute Iron Man match to determine the new NXT champion.
And her opponent, accompanied by Kaden Carter, from Belleville, New Jersey, Kacy Catanzaro.
And Kacy Catanzaro making her way to the ring. Someone who really has caught the hearts, Wade, of the NXT universe.
Very, very popular individual, and you can see it, all smiles, brimming with confidence, brimming with energy, but deep down she knows she has her hands full today because this is enthusiasm versus experience. And let's face it, Candice LeRae is as experienced as they come.
And when you think about Kacy Catanzaro, Beth, I mean, you've witnessed Kacy firsthand. I mean, both competed in the Women's Royal Rumble.
Kacy Catanzaro, you know, for an athlete of her size, you might think durability would be a challenge, but she can take the punishment and deliver it.
And let me just step in right there. Kacy Catanzaro with her friend Kaden Carter. It's all smiles, it's all sickly sweet. You can tell they are new to this industry. They're inexperienced. That niceness will not last long if they are to last a long time in this industry.
Niceness, not really a word that Candice LeRae lives by anymore, as Candice LeRae now in this matchup looked over for a moment at Kaden Carter and Kacy Catanzaro. And, you know, Beth, do you believe in this matchup there'll be any mind games being played, at least in Candice's own mind, about not having a friend?
Candice LeRae, she's made herself an island unto her own in the women's locker room. She's really separated herself from her friends, and you gotta think that's her way of showing that she doesn't need anybody.
What a vicious neck breaker.
Oh, beautiful neck breaker. The damage to Kacy Catanzaro followed up there, but I have to agree with Beth. I have to say that having a friend in the locker room to me was always a potential liability. I like to walk alone, so I admire this new stance from Candice LeRae.
There again, you see, you know, Kaden Carter on the outside giving words of encouragement to Kacy Catanzaro, and Candice LeRae quickly to the outside.
You know, Carter and Catanzaro are inseparable inside and outside of the ring. You only understand that journey inside the squared circle if you've walked it.
Catanzaro roll up, roll through, shoulders down, near fall in the matchup. Boom! And what a sharp elbow from Candice LeRae into the cover, hook of both legs, and Catanzaro able to kick out at 2.
When Catanzaro gets these minuscule opportunities against a character like Candice LeRae, she has to take them. She has to jump on it. You're not going to get very many of them.
LeRae now measuring Casey, charging in. And Candice LeRae, no wasted motion in this matchup. And another cover by LeRae, hook of the leg once again, and another kick out by Catanzaro. You know, Beth, when we take a look at Candice LeRae, is she just trying to maybe find herself in this whole saga with Tegan Knox?
I think that was her intention from the start, but you know, it's left Candice LeRae all alone, and that's a lonely place to be.
Casey Catanzaro gets her opportunity. She's waited, she's ridden the storm, and now she has to make it count. This is Candice LeRae, let's not forget.
Catanzaro, tough as nails, quick and evasive in her offense.
Nice clothesline, and you talk about the elusiveness, and how about that move by Catanzaro into the cover, hook of the leg, and a near fall against Candice LeRae.
That's an NCAA Division I athlete.
Oh, nice counter, and now LeRae looking for a submission and trying to bend up Catanzaro, center of the ring. Take a look at this, Wade. Look at the submission. Oh!
That was no submission, that was a knockout blow right there.
Shoots the half, the cover, the count. And Wade Barrett, you were correct.
Here is the winner, Candice LeRae.
That was just beautiful execution from LeRae. What a steep learning curve it is here in NXT, and Catanzaro is learning that the hard way.
But Beth, you continue to see throughout this matchup, even more so now, Candice looking over at both Casey and Kate.
Definitely no gloating from Candice LeRae in this moment, but let's take a look at a critical point in this matchup where LeRae would best Catanzaro.
Oh, not only that, as Wade Barrett said, good night, as Candice LeRae is putting an exclamation point on this matchup tonight against Casey Catanzaro.
You know, hearing what Tegan had to say and then coming out here, seeing Casey and Caden's friendship, honestly, is a little distracted. Maybe a little jealous because, you know, it reminds me of the friendship that Tegan and I used to have. Guys, this is sincere. Tegan, you say you want to talk it over, hash things out. Well, I do too. I do. Swing by my house. Dinner's on me.
Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see what's next between Tegan Knox and Candice LeRae.
Mercedes Martinez. I am sick and tired of you and the Robert Stone brand sticking your nose in my business. I thought you got the message when I powerbombed you onto the concrete, but apparently you're too thick for that. So now I'm gonna have to rip you limb from limb. But I don't wanna do that in an ordinary match. I wanna do this in a steel cage match.
Rhea, you want to fight? In a cage? I'm all about fighting. Next Tuesday, it's on.